This is one of the hardest Easter eggs I've ever seen in Call of Duty Zombies. Shout out to Sienka Renta FX. This is the Final Reichs Easter egg on hardcore, with the world record being for 40 seconds. And I'm going to be quite honest, I don't know all of the exact strats for this world record for the Easter egg, but watching this is going to be so interesting, considering that World War II Zombies was such a slept-on COD Zombies game. I feel like just for this map and Shadowed Throne, all the other maps, in my opinion, aren't really that great. Frozen Dawn, Tortured Path, Gotta Go, Darkest Shore. Oh, that'd be some smelly garbage. That'd be some smelly garbage. But these maps were really something special, and especially with Final Reich, this was easily my favorite. And just looking at all the attachments my boy has on the M1911 with this freaking grip and diamond camo, I mean, World War II was doing it like nobody else, for real. I mean, unfortunately, though, they did lean into too much of the scary aspect, and we have seen the Easter egg speedrun for this run actually before, but now it has been brought down to 40 whole minutes, which is insane. And I do remember watching this before. The man had a literal freaking hurricane come to his house on the last time, so hopefully my man here doesn't have a hurricane. He's running the frontline ability, and he is also making sure that he goes through the entire map and gets all of the power on as soon as possible. It's so interesting to see, like, all the little side Easter eggs that he's going to do as well, because he did one right at the beginning, shooting some spawns near the spawn room. For something, I don't know. This is World War II Zombies. I mean, I've done the Easter egg, and I know that's not a part of the main Easter egg. So, obviously, first step for people that have played this map is to turn on the power, which is just 3 valves around the map. It's quite easy, Final Reich is. I love the layout of this map, too. This map also released during the first season of Stranger Things, and I made a trailer for it, and it was in like one of my most popular videos with the Z House back in 2017. I will never forget that for the rest of my life, and that is why, no matter what anybody says to me, this map was iconic. I don't care. Like, they did do a lot of great stuff with this. And so here is the trap of the map where it spawns in these like armless zombies that are incredibly fast. Absolutely awful, man. Laufen Blitz, so he just got stamina up right there. This is truly a speed run right here, if anybody has ever seen one. So also, look at this. He is, oh, so these are the keepsakes that he's shooting. These aren't for the side Easter egg. Yeah, I forgot. For the hardcore Easter egg, there's a couple extra steps other than the simple version. And these steps you have to find by yourself, which aka is just a bunch of random parts everywhere. Like how they did it back in 2017 when this game came out. So again, it is super cool to see that people are still going for these records literally 6 years after the launch of this game. That is something special, in my opinion. That is really goes to show how much people still like this map. I mean, I don't see people going for records on like the other maps for World War II, but at least people know the good maps where they see them, you know? And so here we go. He's ended the round. He only has the pistol. Goes to show that, like, you could start off with some of the most OP starting weapons in this game. Like, it was similar to BO4, I feel like, you know, where you could start off with a freaking Strife kind of deal. And so now he has to turn on the power as well. So once you get the valves on, there's 2 little switches across from each other, one on each side of this bunker area. And then that is going to be it. What a crazy throwing knife. I didn't even see that zombie there. Yeah, and then you also have to turn this crank, so he's doing that too. And this is these like feral zombies. I can't remember what the names of them are, but they actually just give you a max ammo round as well. So they're pretty easy to take down in the early rounds, though. I'm gonna be honest, they're a little bit freaky. They can outnumber you quite quickly. The throwing knife is something I haven't seen being used, and so he's utilizing this quite efficiently. Honestly, I'm very impressed by that. Also, I just realized you get freaking 8 of those. No wonder they're so good in this, bro. I would love that. Throwing knife in a regular zombies map that's like actually good like this, where you get 8 of them. That is something else. And so now that the power is on and this area is open, he has to activate the hilt, the Sword of Barbarossa. I'll never forget that. I will also never forget that this was the very first and last Easter egg to be solved by YouTubers before the map even came out. One in the chat if y'all freaking remember that, bro. One in the YouTube comments, because I ain't streaming this live, for real. So, yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't even know what to say about that. That's just down bad criminal activity right there. But either way, he's coming up. And this is where I feel like the hardcore steps differentiate. I mean, like, you have to do the basic simple Easter egg first, but then there's going to be a lot of stuff that I honestly can't remember. And this is not a easy Easter egg by any means. You have to do a lot of different steps for this. And you get a pretty cool particular ending. He might not show that, though, at the end. And so this step now is he has to essentially get as many elims to sort of charge this device to go from one side of the map and then back to the other. It all will make sense in time for the Sword of Barbarossa in DLC 3, Tortured Path, my favorite. Nah, but DLC 3, Tortured Path, if you actually do obtain the sword is OP. Like, they do hype it up in this, and they do make it OP. It's just too dang bad that you don't get it in the last map either. Just too dang bad. And so, he knows that he's got enough elims as well. Do these camos change? Did his camo change, or is that just... No, I think that's just blood. I see. Okay. Well, it'd be what it be, man. It'd be what it be. What the frick? Oh, yeah, this map, I forgot, has, like, jump scares of the frickin' surgeon that started the zombie apocalypse in the storyline. World War II was a game. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This game easily had some of the most terrifying zombies. And I know that a lot of even custom zombie maps use the zombie models from this game, which is really cool. It goes to show, like, you know, we didn't really hate this game. We just sort of didn't really like all the gameplay. And I feel like all the different types of zombies, like the wustlings, my gosh, they were so annoying. These bomb guys weren't really even that bad because, like you see here, he's just shooting off all the freaking dummies' heads on them, and now they lose the bombs. But he's waiting essentially to fill them up for another soul box. Again, once the device is finishing its crafting abilities, look at it go. But yeah, man, the whistling he's also saving as well, because I believe the boss zombies in this give it extra charge. And yeah, he's doing this to get the Tesla gun, which is the wonder weapon of the map. I'm curious if he has to upgrade all 4. I can't remember. There's 4 upgrades of this in the entire map, but I cannot for the life of me remember if he has to upgrade all 4. Hopefully he doesn't, because honestly, there's one really good variant of it called the Hurricane variant, and then outside of that, they kind of not that great, fellas. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, and I feel like the Tesla guns were really cool design. Like, they're kind of just like elemental wonder wafts, which is a cool idea. But I don't know. It didn't hit as much as the wonder wafts, though. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is type deal, you know? I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but, like, I don't know. I didn't particularly find any of the wonder weapons in World War II zombies to be insane, other than, like, the stuff in in the Frozen Dawn. And what else? Oh, man. Frozen Dawn. I guess Shadowed Throne, too. And the sword. So, yeah, I feel like for this map, not too hard. Not too much. And so he's grabbing all the batteries and stuff and getting all the kills that he needs to. Yeah, because I remember there's a lot of batteries in this that you need to get, and they're only available by taking out a certain type of zombie. So this map was a very complicated Easter egg, to be quite honest. Especially for this to be the first map on disc. Like, you don't have to buy any DLCs to play this. So, very interesting that they decided to go for, like, an Origins type start. But I guess Shadows of Evil kind of did that, too. But I'm going to be honest, Shadows of Evil's Easter egg is way less complicated than this. I'm going to be straight up honest with y'all right now. Also, I'm wondering if the throwing knife actually gives him the same amount of points as the melee. Because look, the melee in this gives you 150. That's a lot of points for one kill. And yeah, I believe he bought a perk also. His next perk is kind of like just a melee damage boost. There was never a perk that was introduced that upgraded your melee damage other than in the IW zombies in World War II. But yeah, man. I mean, it's really good. He's getting all the points he needs. So also now he does have to go through the sewers to activate all the switches for Pack-a-Punch. So that's going to be a thing as well. He's also grabbing the battery that he charged up here with the eliminations that he got with the trap for those bomb zombies. And he's going to place it at another area. So I'm assuming this does mean he actually does have to upgrade all 4 variants. If he's doing this battery, maybe I'm right. Oh my gosh. Yep. Because they be making you do a lot of stuff. It's weird because you can actually do what he's doing and bring the whole freaking battery over to a spot that's not even opened up, and it will stay there. This game had a really good system for drops where, like, even with this guy, the Brenner, once you take him out, you need to pick up his head, which he just did right there. But that Brenner head will stay on the ground in World War II Zombies for, like, the rest of the match. It's insane. Like, it's really cool. So yeah, you do need this head to figure out some symbols around the maps for paintings. This is for the Midnight upgrade. Again, these steps are really cool. Like, I really like this idea of, like, using a zombie head. Look at that. So grotesque. You can see the freaking brain of it and stuff. That's nasty. And you see the order in which that you have to do parts of the Easter egg as well. Absolutely disgusting, man. This game was, I think, probably one of the scariest zombies maps we've ever had since Verrückt. But a lot of people were complaining about the jump scares, and I agree. That made it less scary, even though that's what they wanted. Also, look, he's doing all these different side Easter eggs and stuff. So, there you go. Tesla gun is done. And now, yeah, he does have to go around the map and click these switches, either red, green, or blue. And I believe his code back there was blue, red, red, blue. So he's just going to do blue, go through this sewer, change another one, and get them all done. So he's done this perfectly efficiently. Like, again, he grabbed stamina up really early on, too. So, especially because this run has been being beaten before, and we have seen a previous world record, this is probably going to be quite unbeatable for the time being. So, again, it's also very interesting because World War II Zombies is very similar to BO4, where, like, there's an actual speedrunning meta strat and setup that you can run before you play the game. And I find that fascinating because it's like, I don't know, man. You kind of want to play the game where it's like, sure, you want to be able to speedrun it, but you also want to just be able to have other perks. That was, I think, one of my biggest gripes with BO4, is you literally have to run a specific setup to speedrun. And I miss in BO3 where you did it. And so he's picking up the keepsakes that he shot at the spawn room. That is insane. So this is actually not a side Easter egg. I was wrong. This is actually for the main Easter egg. It's for the main hardcore Easter egg. So, again, the fact that the world record is only 40 minutes is kind of insane, man. Like, this map and Blood are actually proving to have some of the hardest and some of the longest Easter eggs ever made in COD Zombies. And I'm gonna be honest, let me know in the comments if y'all have done this Easter egg. I've probably only done it like once or twice. I'm not even gonna lie with you. I've definitely done it before. I believe I did it with Chucky in a co-op game once, like a long time ago. This was literally back in 2017. But, yeah, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Even though this game was a lot of fun, it did not do what it needed to do, I feel like, at the time. Which was, like, actually instill this sense of, like, cool zombies. Instead, we all knew this was just sort of like a side game, you know? Like, it just sucks. I think my biggest gripe with COD also is how they can have such a beautiful system. Bro, glitched out of there, bro. What the heck? They can have such a beautiful system for one game, like in Black Ops 3, but they will always forcefully restart their engine and systems for the next game. Which is why I'm like, why? Why do you do that? Like, you literally had a hit seller in BO3. Just copy and paste it. So yeah, he is doing all the upgrades because this is one of the steps where you have to shoot it with the Tesla gun and then shoot all the lampposts. My oh my, this map was something else, bro. Like, crazy to think that people can solve this type of stuff. And yeah, once you shoot all of the lampposts, then you are able to get another upgrade. This map was really fun, though. I do think that this map was definitely a little bit slept on. But man, oh man, it was a great map to play in the time. Man's just running by the freaking Brenner head like it's nothing. And yeah, like crazy. You have to shoot all these lights. But honestly, it's very obvious to tell like which light is next. So it's not really that big of a deal. The battery spawns. He puts in the battery. I believe he needs the freaking armless zombies to feed that one up. So he's probably going to wait for a round. Crazy, man. Crazy. Like, any Easter egg where you have to build 4 Wonder Weapon variants, I find, is just different. You know, every single time. So, here we go. Mans is going after it. Continuously getting the melees. Continuously getting, like, there's literally no point to use a gun. He has literally not even bought another gun at this point. 15 minutes in the run. He's literally halfway. And he's probably also just going to upgrade this to the bacon and eggs, which is the upgraded version of the M1911. Because on this game, the Mustang and Sally's literally don't do any splash damage. It's like the greatest variant of the Mustang and Sally's ever, and it's on World War II zombies, so this map was doing things differently. Yep, so he has to shoot something on the freaking wheelbarrow there. That is just why. Or the water wheel. Sorry, not the wheelbarrow. But yeah, my man needs to get that pack punch up. He now has the armless zombies, so he's going to go back, hoard them up, and then take them all out right in that area. These guys are freaking terrifying, man. The way they run, they're so fast and unpredictable. They're really easy to take out, but man, like, I won't lie. The zombie designs were 10 out of 10 in this game. Easily, I think, better than what Treyarch has done. And so he's upgrading for the bacon and eggs here. The greatest part also about the World War II Zombies Pack Punch is that you can buy ammo from it. A lot of people forget that, including myself. And there you go. Also, look at that. He just grabbed it. Didn't even have to go back up. Activate the trap. Yep. Take them all out. Battery is now fully charged. That was a perfect execution with perfect timing. Literally, he did like very little waiting. And there you go. Now it's in, and the other battery will be able to go out. And this, I just believes you, gives you the upgrade. And then you can go to the middle table there and then switch the upgrade for the Tesla gun. The Tesla gun is very similar to, like, kind of like the Rega Mark II and Alpha Omega, where it's like the upgrades are just like almost attachments that you put onto the Rega Mark II itself. So I kind of like that. It's unique, but I don't know why. I just think the design doesn't look as good as the Wunderwaffe. I think that was probably my biggest gripe with it, you know? Because it just kind of looks like a Tesla coil. Which, I mean, it looks cool. But I don't know. I think it needed a little bit more of that extra. And so here we go. He's got the battery now out of that statue. And he's going to bring this battery and charge this one up. I think, again, it needs bomb zombies. This map is so bizarre, man. I don't really like maps that are like, kill the specific type of zombie. Like, especially, I mean, as long as the zombie spawns often, then that's fine. But if it spawns, like, once every 5 rounds, I feel like Easter eggs like that are hard. Especially because, like, I'm thinking, like, the spider bait Easter egg in Zetsubo. It's like, you literally have to wait for a spider round to do that. Which I guess is, I mean, for that Easter egg, it's a bit different. So here you go. You do have to also hit the switches again, I remember that. So he's doing that now. And he's got the Brenner head. Let's see also which upgrade he's going to stick with for the rest of the game, because I'm curious, like, which one is he going to actually use? Because I feel like he's probably going to just end up keeping the Hurricane one, the green one. The green one is so good. It's like a slow-mo version of the freaking Thunder Gun, I would find. And so now he has to charge up the battery, unlock it. Wow, honestly, I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is kind of making me want to go back and play World War II Zombies for Final Reich at least. Because, like, I have actually fully forgotten this Easter egg. I do remember that he has to use the Brenner head while the power is offline and figure out a code. He's got the code here. Oh my gosh, yeah. Dang, and yeah, the code is the one with the freaking UV light blue fingerprint. The way they make you do it here is insane. So now he is buying, I believe that's Speed Cola. Schnellblitz, and yeah, he's gonna go back and get it. So there he goes, shoots the battery, gets it, places it in. Oh yeah, for this one you need Wooslings. You need Wooslings to take them out, bruh. Frick, I forgot about that. Yeah, it just makes it horrendous. That makes it absolutely horrendous to do. If you are forced to use Wooslings, girl, no thank you. Or is it regular zombies? Oh, it's regular zombies. Yes, okay, because he just did that Uberschnell. And these Uberschnells, these are what they're called, the batteries. These are for the boss fight in this map. The boss fight in this map is the Panzer Mortar, but you also fight a blimp before that, which is really cool. Also, I never realized the melee on the battery was that powerful. I mean, he also does have a melee perk, but the fact that it was one-hitting, that is kind of impressive. He also has yet to use his frontline ability, which I find interesting. So again, that whistling is beating his whistling up, bro, for real. But yeah, also this game did not have Jug. I forgot about that. So this game's Jug is literally just armor. That was probably my least favorite part about this game, to be quite honest. Because the armor system can get so expensive after a while. And it's just straight annoying. I'm going to be real. It's just straight annoying. Like, you play the game as if you never want to get hit. And on certain maps like Darkest Shore, with those freaking ugly looking zombies running around, you just, bro, you just don't want to get hit by that, bro. So yeah, damage the Zeppelin enough to release an Überschnell. That is the next step. And yeah, that is what the Überschnell is dropping, which is crazy because he's able to do this all right now. He activates Frontline here. And yeah, so he's going to delete this blimp like it's nothing. And what Frontline does is it attracts all the zombies to you specifically for the Now You See Me. And then all the keepsakes he picked up and collected, he's going to have to switch to the right spots to grab this record, which is really cool. I remember looking at this map before it launched, and I always saw that thing on the wall with all the toys, and I was like, this is definitely used for the Easter egg. And boy, you know I was right. So, here we go. This is a double points as well. Double jolts. And, yeah, they named all the stuff in this map very strangely. He's just using the regular Tesla gun. This is what I mean. Like, you get hit twice in this game, it looks like you're about to die. Like, he still had his armor there, but it still looks like he's about to die. The challenges in this game were really good, too. It is so sad that World War II Zombies did things literally better than frickin' BO4. And BO4 came after this game. Like, I don't even understand how that makes sense, to be honest. Like, it just goes to show that, like, they just straight up dropped the ball. Even though I'm pretty sure they literally said that they took influence from BO4 with World War II Zombies and IW. I mean, I guess not. If these games are, like, actually better, I feel like. It's just too bad. I feel like a lot of the maps on this game really suck. And that's not even the game's fault. It's just the way it is. And so, yeah, he's doing this next freaking safe battery thing. And, yeah, that's the problem. There's literally no way to get the zombies to run away from you unless you have a different ability on. But my boy's running Frontline. And I also believe Frontline makes you do more damage to the zombies that are attracted to you. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, which is why it's so good. But here you go. He's about to do the final 2 digits on the safe. And there he gets the item that he needs. And then afterwards, he's going to bring that battery. And I'm curious to see what is the next step. Like, is he going to focus on the Tesla gun upgrades? Or what exactly is he going to do? And yeah, there's an area there where you have to shoot these bombs that the guys drop to pick up another battery. Oh, yeah, and then I remember this upgrade. So he is doing all 4 of the upgrades. You need all the whistlings here. He timed that absolutely perfectly. Took no damage running through the trap. I guess it doesn't do damage to you. Very interesting. Okay, and so now he's doing the other safe. Yeah, I remember you have to do, like, so many of the safes. And look at this. It's just pitch black. He's just waiting to find them. Crazy how fast he is with it, too. He's not making a single error. That is really impressive. And yeah, a lot of these steps on solo I feel like are really difficult. So there he has the battery as well in this thing, which it just needs to be protected, but honestly, it looks like he just doesn't even care. He's just running away from it. Because I saw him do that before when it was constructing the upgrades, and he just did not care. I remember, like, when this map came out, we thought that was extremely important to not let it go. This man says otherwise. This man says otherwise. And then, yeah, all the batteries from the Zeppelin go down into these 3 devices, and then you do, like, 3 little mini games on each of the devices where you set the numbers correctly. And then that's pretty much it. So, insane Easter egg for real. This is pretty much like the origins of World War II Zombies. Especially because there's 4 wonder weapons, there's a lot of arbitrary steps, there's a lot of random parts, and you need to know frickin' everything to do it perfectly. And here's the blimp again. These bacon and eggs, I'm telling y'all, are just insane. And yeah, you do have to run near it for the Zeppelin to come and pick it up again. He's also getting all the numbers with the Brenner head while doing this. The efficiency is insane. And yeah, you really do need this type of efficiency. You're doing like frickin' 3, 4 wonder weapon quests all at once while shooting down a Zeppelin, while preparing for boss fight. And yeah, like even the Zeppelin can take you out. Just ridiculous. Look at this, man. Just absolutely embarrassing. So he grabs armor here. He now also places the, oh, it's the freaking jolts, or these electrical things, on the freaking gramophone. He also has the sword of Barbarossa, the non-upgraded version though. And he's getting the eliminations that he needs, the melee elims that he needs for this. It's insane that they were like, yeah, we need you to get elims, melee elims with a sword past round 20. Like, even the unupgraded version in this map is really good. But it's still kind of crazy, because look at this. He's red screen even with the melee perk. So in this map, it kind of forces you to get the better melee perk, you know, because you're using a literal sword for the hardcore Easter egg. So that's an interesting method, man. I kind of like that. Using a melee weapon that you grab. Like, imagine if the Golden Spork, right, on Mob of the Dead, was more useful and more utilized throughout the Easter egg. Or even Blood of the Dead. I mean, it is in Blood of the Dead, but not by much, I feel like. And so he's turning on this gramophone, trying to get it to power. The whistling is just going to beat the ever-living armor out of him, bro, for real. But here, he literally only has 15 minutes. And I feel like the boss fight is probably going to be a significant portion left of this run, considering that the boss fight is a time-gated boss fight. You can't skip it or cheese it through any means. You literally just place 3 batteries inside of him and blow him up. So yeah, this map has a thing with just charging up batteries for some reason. And so he has the next battery. He's charging up in all these areas. He's using all the zombies. Man, I really, like, I'm seeing these challenge pop-ups, and I'm just like, I really wish that comes back in COD 2024, where you have, like, challenges like that, and it actually gives you, like, cool rewards and stuff. I really love the idea of pro perks back in Modern Warfare 2, and I would love to see that with zombies. I mean, we kind of did with Cold War, like, with the upgrades and stuff, but, man, I would love to see it kind of where it's, like, similar to perma perks, you know, like, more in-game stuff. That would just be so interesting, in my opinion. It would really change the game flow up. Like, I really like the idea of perma-perks. Anything just solely in-game is very different. So here he's got all 3 of the batteries of the Zeppelin in here, and he's activated the left hand of God. And now he has to sound the notes of the voice of God, which is the middle device. And he has to figure out the numbers to be able to allocate them with. This is so interesting, man. I truly also wonder how many people go for the speedrun world record. Because it's a hardcore run, because it's, like, actually quite difficult, I genuinely wonder if there's, like, a significant amount of people. So he's hoarding up the zombies here. I'm assuming he needs to bring another whistling through the trap. Is that what it is? Yeah, that's what it is. The battery's not done. So he needs to do that. And that's not out of his control. It does require more than 2 whistlings. It's like 3 or 4. And usually people do that, I would say, on double this round that he's on. Like round 28 here. I'm going to move my webcam so you guys can see this. But right now he's on round 14. And yeah, for real, this is incredible. So he's now at the point of no return. He's literally boss fight ready. This is insane. Yeah, and so this is what I thought. Most of this run is literally going to just be boss fight. And so he activates the boss fight by activating all of these voices of God, the right hand of God, the left hand of God. And then he shoots the top part. This Easter egg really did feel like a Treyarch Easter egg, to be honest, with all the steps they did. I wish World War II would have kept this momentum. Again, every non-Treyarch game in the past had just insane on-disc maps, like Spaceland, Final Reich. Even Outbreak, the original in Exo Zombies, wasn't even that bad. I thought that was a pretty good map. But all the DLC seasons in the game after that just freaking get roasted so hard. So the other unfortunate thing is that when you're pack-a-punching, oh wow, you can literally just get infinite amounts of the Tesla gun original variant and put them in the upgraded variants. That is interesting. It also takes away your weapon, which is what I was going to say is bad, but who cares if you just can pick up infinite amounts of the base wonder weapon. That is kind of crazy. What the heck? I would love to see one day like a wonder weapon that's like a cooking ingredient, you know, like it's kind of like this, but like imagine if you had a wonder weapon where it's like you could just add it into other pots or something to like mix it together. And so it would just be this like ever-changing wonder weapon, kind of like the Cerberus. You know, the Cerberus is always like changing, but imagine if like it would always change. Like instead of just like 4 pedestals, you could have like 16 to 20, and they all had like all these specific effects. That would be very interesting. That would be a really cool idea, especially because like if they're going with this Warzone aesthetic for COD 2024, that's how it's going to be. So as soon as that shot connects, he is going to be ready for a boss fight now. Essentially now this is all about the boss fight because now everything is going to be running up. This is so crazy, man. Honestly, I haven't seen one of these runs in quite some time. And so now he has all 4 of the upgrades as well for the Tesla gun. And to be done the entire Easter egg pretty much, except the boss fight, and get all 4 upgrades in under 30 minutes, that's insane. That is insane. 30 minutes on the dot. And like I said, he's running the Midnight ability, which is just so much better. This version, I can't remember what it does. The Yellow Reaper version. He's also shooting the bullets down there, which probably goes to the ring, which is a skip. That's insane. Okay, yeah, so Hurricane is, I would say, probably one of the better ones, including Midnight. And yeah, you have to shoot all 4 variants of the gun for it to realize that you're doing the hardcore egg, which is really cool. I kind of wish that Drak had this too, to be honest. Because like Drak, you only need to build 1 bow. If you built 4, then it could have been the hardcore Easter egg, right? That'll be an interesting switch. And so here it is. He is actually bringing the Hurricane into the fight, which is what I thought. He does grab the hilt of the sword, so he now has the not fully upgraded sword, but the fully upgraded sword of this map. And then now he's on the find a way to defeat the Panzer Mortar. And he's teleported into the boss fight. This boss fight cutscene is so cool. I was thinking, like, I want to add something like this for Die Rise with the flesh, because literally, look at this. This is like the flesh-looking thing you've ever seen. It's just absolutely foul, this boss fight. Also, Panzer Mortar, this boss fight, one of the most memorable ever, with him holding Klaus. And, like, just look at that monstrosity. The way it, like, puts you right up into the camera is just disgusting. You see Klaus, like, crying of anger. Marie is just like, bruh, her sister is just like, what the, his sister? Look at this thing, bro. The Brenner head is there. Oh my gosh. It's also interesting that they don't pause the timer. I guess this counts. Oh, that's so disgusting. That's absolutely foul. Whoever at freaking Sledgehammer Games thought of this, I'm just appalled. Like, man, I miss when Sledgehammer Games was making bosses like the Panzer Mortar. Honestly, I think that is literally the best boss Sledgehammer Games has ever made. It's funny, because they've made the first boss in COD Zombies with Exo Zombies and DJ Oz, right? With the Descent map. But this was like their first major boss zombie. And I think it is still, to this day, their best. The Panzer Mortar is absolutely horrifying. Truly just a menacing boss. He's not too difficult to take out, because obviously it's just basically all of the Zeppelin again. Charge up the battery, put the battery in him. But the design of the boss is really, really horrifying. You also don't get a lot of ammo with this Hurricane, which does suck for this. But yeah, I mean, like, to be honest, could he have done this Easter egg any faster? I honestly don't think so. Like, it is insane how he's able to do it so fast. And so, he needs to wait for the battery to be done. The Panzer Mortar will get stunned, and I believe he stunned him by literally just shooting at him. But, yeah, he gets faster later on once you have to put in the second and the third battery for the third and second phases. My gosh, like, this first boss, I remember when people saw it, it was just horrifying. But, yeah, here we go. Puts it in. There is the first bomb and the first battery. Next one up is going to be whenever the Zeppelin decides to return, which is why I said this whole thing is time-gated. Like, this is, you can't do anything. So, to be honest, I think 40 minutes will literally be the world record run. Will a 39-minute be hit? How? I mean, tell me where you can see a whole minute being shaved off from this. He did this perfectly, in my opinion. I don't think so, man. Especially because I really think there's a lot less people running World War II zombie eggs, especially than BL3. So, you probably won't be seeing this one getting improved for quite some time. Because, yeah, he's literally just waiting. Like, the Zeppelin hasn't spawned in. There's literally nothing he can do other than just take out the zombies and survive. So, it's wild that, like I said, this whole boss fight is like 10 minutes pretty much. Because it just is. I mean, granted, I guarantee you, if the waiting periods weren't in between each and every single battery round for this boss, or if a skip was found, I guess, to skip it, this could probably be done in like 3 minutes at the very most, I would say. I feel like, bro, you could probably even cheese it to be like 2 minutes where you put all 3 batteries in. So, it's just unfortunate because, again, you just got to run around and play good old Final Reich, baby. I'm glad Treyarch doesn't have too many of these steps because, I mean, at this point, the reason why they give you so much time in between is they want you to waste your ammo, number one. And then number two, they want you to, like, lose the boss fight. I guess that's why they make you wait for so long, but it's just unfortunate because, like, it's not even the main boss. Like, to be honest, it's the Panzer Mortar is almost just like a model, and the main boss is actually just the freaking Zeppelin, bro. What a weird way of making the boss, but man, I still loved it. This map was incredible. I always think it must have sucked if you were not a YouTuber, especially to beat this Easter egg before launch. I wasn't a part of that team that did the Easter egg before launch, but when that did happen, I'll never forget that. I was like, bro, that is insane. And I thought it was hilarious more than anything. I know a lot of people were upset, but yeah, and it's also weird because in between the battery rounds, the Panzer Mortar literally just disappears. Homie just straight up just remains stunned and lies in the freaking ground. So, also, I don't know why you would want to put 3 freaking bombs inside of him, especially because your brother Klaus is literally in it. Like, how the heck does that make any sense? And so there you go. He's filled up the battery. Next, Uber Schnau is getting in there. Unfortunately, the timing on the stun was a little bit bad. So I guess maybe you could shave off. This is the only part I've seen where you could shave off some time. But bro, what did he waste there? Like 5 seconds? Probably not even. So, and again, yep. We go another wave, go another round. And you literally just run around with Buddy in the map, bro. The Panzer Mortar on Seppuku, the one that they ported into the Black Ops 3 Custom Zombies map, is terrifying as well. Because he's the exact same as this. Just this invincible, large brute that walks all around the map. Like, he is insane. We absolutely love my homie named the Panzer Mortar. For real. Incredible. So, only one more battery. And then as soon as this battery hits, that's cutscene and that's time. But yeah, like, just 3 minutes of just taking my time, chilling with the gamers, baby. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. But yeah, I'm going to be honest. People say this game is underrated. And no, it's not. I mean, this map is and Shadow Throne is, but that is only if you like the BO3 zombie styles of maps and Easter eggs and gameplay. If you don't, then you're just going to be like, bro, I ain't going to learn all this. I ain't got the time for this. And I think that is where I think a lot of Easter egg steps fail. Because it's like, you want to learn the Easter egg. You know, you should want to actually do the Easter egg and learn the ins and outs of it. And I think that's where it really relies on the creator of the zombies mode or map to make it more interesting in the concept of it. Like, for example, I think why Derision Drac was one of the most successful Easter eggs ever is because people really cared about Dempsey. They want to know what happened to Dempsey. They want to know what was going on with Richtofen, you know, all this stuff. And because the Easter egg delivered on that and then also gave you this little boss fight at the end, people were just sucking, cuckling, doing all the freaking wrong things with that Easter egg, bro. But for real, DE proved to be different at that point because it truly was like an Easter egg that delivered on both gameplay and story. So, it be what it be, man. Either way, it's still interesting to see that these modes and maps were taken afterwards. It just sucks because I feel like comparing this to Vanguard is night and day, especially because it's from the same developer, being Sledgehammer Games. But I know Vanguard was made by Treyarch, but to be honest, Sledgehammer Games probably had more of a say than anything. But yeah, man, it's straight up copium. Homie just ran right under his legs, lost a whole armor piece and all of his health. Like, this is what I mean, bro. He just ran right under him. Imagine if he got hit, like, full force. It's just probably an instant death. You know what I mean? But it's really easy to avoid him. He's just this big, hunkering idiot. And if you just run around him, you'll be totally fine. Also, I never noticed this map had Northern Lights. Is that what I just saw? Or is that just the box? I can't tell. I'm pretty sure that might just be the box. I'm like, Northern Lights? Nah, Foamy. That's just a straight up freaking box light, my guy. So here he goes. Yeah, he's literally about to beat this in 30 seconds here. It's crazy that literally you have to wait 2 whole minutes in between each battery just to literally survive. And half of it is just him standing around, which is crazy because he's literally about to beat this in like 10 seconds here. He's going to grab the battery any second here, stun the guy, and the gamer is going to go down insane. There it is. Uber Chanel in 40 minutes, pretty much on the dot. Sienka, that was really insane. Like, such an interesting boss fight cutscene as well. This is also probably one of the most viewed cutscenes ever for a non-Treyarch game, I guess, outside of Exo Zombies. And honestly, like, dude, this is better quality than the end of freaking Aether storyline. Like, that to me is insane. But, like, I'm gonna be honest, if you were to ask me why this happened or to explain the lore of this, homie, I would not be able to tell you. I genuinely have no clue. But that's it. That's all it is. And then Klaus walks off and he becomes an idiot. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. World War II Zombies. Love Final Right. Go check it out. Check out Sienka. And I'll see y'all, ladies and gentlemen, in that next one, baby.